Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, we have quite an exciting one because we are going to be testing some new products from Sample Beauty. So I picked up a bunch of single shadows, one of the magnetic pans and also one of the liquid shadows. So if you'd like to see what I think of these products, then please keep watching. So I feel like recently Sample Beauty have had a bit of a revamp. I know the owner sold the company, so I don't know if this is from the new owners, but I feel like they've had a little bit of a revamp and they've come out with these single shadows that you can put and customize into your own palette, and they've also come out with liquid shadows, which is so exciting. So firstly, I have the 10 pan magnetic palette. The packaging is so sleek and cool, I love it. Originally wasn't planning on having a 10 pan palette, was only planning on getting the 4 like quad palette with 4 shadows. However, Beauty Bay for some reason accidentally sent me the 10 pan and not the 4 pan. This is £10 on its own and I didn't actually pay for it, so I just thought, okay, well that was a right result. And because of that, I couldn't only have like not even half the palette full of shadows, so obviously I had to go and buy 6 more single shadows for this video. So this is what the magnetic palettes look like. They have like a frosted plastic lid and then Sample Beauty's on there. This is like a magnetic lid. Super sturdy, very like strong magnetics. I think it's very good quality. Kind of reminds me of the Inglot packaging that they used to do. But yeah, it feels really nice and weighted. It feels luxurious and it's only £10. So very happy with the packaging on this. And then I got a bunch of the single shadows. I was only planning on getting a green quad, but obviously I had to go ahead and buy 6 more. So that is exactly what I did. This is what the packaging looks like for the single shadows. And then it has the shade name on the back. These cost £3.95 each. And when you open the little envelope, it slips out in this little pocket thing. You lift it up and then the magnetic pan just pops out like this. And this is the size of the shadows. So these are magnetic, so they do just slip in the 10 pan palette, and then you can remove them very easily. To be honest, I just turn it over and tapped it off and it comes straight out, or you can get those depotter tools and just flick it out there. So they are very easy to remove and put in. So if you wanted to change up the shades or rearrange them, you can definitely do that super easily. So I've got a lot of shades here. I've got some greens, I've got blues, I've got a yellow, purple, I've got some shimmers. So I'm just going to quickly pop off camera, put them in the palette, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and this is my completed palette. So this is how I've arranged the palette. I've kind of gone for all the lighter shades at the top, darker shades at the bottom. I think if these shades are really good, I would definitely love to get the 4 quad and just get a few more extra shades I'm missing. But these are kind of the basis of what I'm going for. Obviously, you know that I love my colourful shades. There are neutrals as well, by the way. There isn't just colourful shades. I've just gone for the colourful shades as if I haven't got enough rainbow palettes and stuff in my collection. So these are what the shades look like up close that I have purchased. And not only have we got the shades to test today, we also have one of the liquid shadows. Now these are only £5 each, and the colours that they are doing are just beautiful. So look at this green shade that I picked up. How stunning is that? It's just like a bright lime green. This is in the shade Oomph, and yeah, we're definitely going to incorporate this in today's look. They actually do 24 shades of these pans, so you can definitely customise this to however you'd like it. But I'm pretty happy with this as a starter palette. Before we get into the testing of the palette, I'm going to go ahead and swatch these 10 shades just to get a gist of what the pigmentation is going to be like. So let's get into it. And these are what the shades are swatching like. They look absolutely beautiful. So it goes from left to right. It goes School Bus, Piglet, Romaine, Pansy, Cobweb, Shamrock, Dory, Aubergine, Seaweed and Night Shift. So if those are the shade names, if you're interested in any of them. But how pigmented are they? I cannot wait to play with these. So I did buy the majority of green shadows because obviously I wasn't planning on buying 6 more shades. So I think I'm gonna do similar to what I did in my XX Revolution video. I'm gonna maybe do like blue at the front and then green at the end, because I can add the deeper shades in the outer corner. Let's do that. So I'm going to take the dark green pan, which is called Seaweed, and I'm going to add that to my outer corners. Next I'm going to take this green here, which is called Shamrock, and I'm just going to add that just above where that dark green shade is. Honestly, not having any issues with these so far. They seem to be very pigmented and they're blending in very well. Next, I'm going to take the shade Dory, which is the dark blue, but it also kind of verges on the purple tone as well. And I'm going to add that to this part of my eye here. I'm not going to go all the way down because I'm going to obviously cut the crease, so it doesn't matter too much. But this is kind of the shape that I'm going for. I'm next going to take the lighter blue in the palette and I'm just going to start buffing out this blue shade here. And obviously we've got this very harsh line here, so I'm just going to buff that out a little bit so it blends in together. And I'm also going to take the light green here and I'm going to buff out this outer edge. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Looks like a bit of a mess at the moment, I'm not going to lie, but now I'm going to go back through all the shades and blend this all together and make it look much more seamless. Okay, so these are all of the shades blended together and buffed out. Looks so much better now. I've still got a bit of a harsh line here, but once I do my half cut crease I can work on blending that out a little bit more. So yeah, I'm now going to do my half cut crease with the ABH eye primer and my accent brush by Real Techniques, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so these are what my half cut creases are looking like, and now I'm going to take this shade here. It's kind of like a mixture between a silvery gold shade. It's very beautiful. I'm just going to take it on this flat brush and let's see if this applies well. That shade is so metallic and beautiful. I love Sample Beauty shimmers. They never let me down. So then I'm going to take the green one in here and I'm just going to use that to buff into my outer corner. So these are what the lids are looking like. I'm super impressed with the shades. They're super pigmented and beautiful. And now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the dark purple, which is aubergine, and I'm going to put that all the way across. Okay, so before we move on to the inner corner and brow bone, I want to obviously use a little bit of this. So I think I'm just going to go round my cut crease with this. It's pretty much the only way I can test it unless I actually use it as a proper eye base, I guess. So I'm going to put a little bit on my hand like that. Like, look how bright green that is. It's just so beautiful. And if this is good, I'm going to want to collect every single shade because they've got like yellow, they've got a mustardy shade, they've got pink, they've literally got everything. So yeah, hopefully these are good. Okay, so this is the gist of it. It's actually really nice and pigmented. I took a few layers to build it, but that's because I'm like mapping it out first, then building the pigment up. But honestly, I think they're really good. And for £5, I think it's a bargain. So I'm definitely going to pick up a couple more colours of this, just so I can play with them in eye looks and stuff. And you can use them for like eye bases and eyeliner, your waterline. So yeah, they're really, really nice actually. I'm going to now do the other one off of camera. And then I'll be right back. So that is the other side done as well. Again, really like them. Definitely going to pick more of them up. So for my inner corner and brow bone, I haven't got another light shimmer, so I'm just going to take the shade Cobweb again. Okay guys, so this is my completed look using my customizable Sample Beauty palette and one of the liquid shadows. I'm going to hop off camera quickly. I'm just going to put some lashes, mascara and lipstick on, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Right guys, so I'm back and this is my completed look. So for my lashes, I used the Tati lashes in the shade TL6. My mascara is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. And then my lips is again my combination of the Doll Beauty lip liner in Run the World and the Morphe lipstick in Bare All. So this is what my finished look looks like. I really hope you like it. I know I did a two-tone look the other day, but I feel like that was the only way I could properly test them out. And to be honest guys, I actually really enjoyed the look that I've created today. It did take obviously a little bit of blending, a little bit of working together, but I feel like it did come together in the end and I'm super happy with it. So firstly, let's talk about the Sample Beauty single shadows. So firstly, I love this packaging. I just think it's really luxurious. It feels very, very good quality. And this is only £10 on its own anyway, so it's really not that expensive. And this, very sturdy, doesn't hardly budge at all, so you can hold it upside down, throw it around, literally the lid is not going to fall off. So 10 out of 10 for the sturdy packaging. The single shadows in there, of course, if you throw this about, the shadows are going to fall out, but I'm glad that they're very easy to remove and put back in, because then you can just rearrange this whenever you want. You can add different shades in, proper have fun with it. So I absolutely love the concept of this as well. Obviously I can't talk about the shade selection or the colour story because that was on my part, but the formula of the shades are beautiful. The mattes are super pigmented. Obviously it did look a little bit messy at the start, but that's because I was just putting the colours down, and then when I went back in with the shades and blended them all together, they worked very well with each other. So I'm very impressed with the formula of the shadows and the shimmers. Oh god, they are just absolutely beautiful. So if you're going to pick some of these up, I definitely recommend getting some of these like foils. I didn't get to test absolutely every single shadow in this palette, but I feel like I used as many as I could. And I'm very impressed. I do like these single shadows. Obviously, the price of this is going to build up the bigger and the more pounds you add to it. So obviously, the £10 palette on itself is £10. And then the shadows are £3.95 each. When you think about it, it is quite expensive because you have to pay £10 for the pan palette, and then these pans altogether cost about £40. So overall this costs about 50 quid. So, you know, it's not the cheapest. If you wanted to pay much less than that, you could just get one of the quads and then just pay, I don't know, like 16 quid for 4 of the shades rather than all 10 of them. But the quality of these are very good, and I do recommend, even if you just get a quad of them, definitely try these out at some point because they're absolutely beautiful. I kind of do want to get a quad as well and just add a few more shades, and you can obviously use discount codes. I know a few girls have got Sample Beauty codes that you can use on Beauty Bay, so I'll ask if I can add that in my description. So if you do want to check these out, I think their codes get 10% off, so you may be able to get it for a little bit cheaper. But yeah, gist of it, it is quite pricey if you do get all 10 pans. Obviously I didn't pay for the actual palette itself, so I did only pay the £40 or maybe a little bit less, because I think I did have a discount code to get all 10 pans. But just reviewing it off of the actual formulas of these, absolutely beautiful. I love the whole concept of it. I love how pigmented and beautiful these shades are. Obviously there are neutrals as well if you're not quite a colourful person, but yeah, I really love this and I recommend. I'm definitely gonna pick more of the shades up myself and get one of those little quads. I'm really happy with this. And the single shadow, of course, I cannot forget about this. I did just line across my cut crease. Very beautiful, considering this shade is super different and unique. Really pigmented. I feel like you can definitely see the outline of where I've put it, and you can build them up. Obviously I was a little bit careful because I obviously needed to map it out freehand, but I did build it up and it was super pigmented and I absolutely love this. I am 110% picking up more of these because they have the most beautiful colours and they're £5 each. They're literally so affordable, so I recommend these as well. So overall I am super happy with the Sample Beauty single shadows and the liquid shadows. If you've tested these yet, please let me know down below what you think, and if you haven't, let me know what you think of them after watching this video. Do you think they're worth picking up or do you think it's a miss? Let me know all your opinions down below. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.